episode of Ducky World. I hope you've been keeping safe. Now, we've been through a series of exploring the city Astana, or rather me educating you about the city Astana. And last, I know, in my last video, I talked about the food you might encounter here, and today I want to talk about what everyone looks forward to when they visit Kazakhstan and Astana in particular, and that's the weather. Now, if you have visited, or if you know someone who's lived here or visited, they're gonna tell you that place is so cold, and it's true. It's like super cold. Yeah, it was scary the first time I came, but I mean, with time you get to learn how to maneuver this, and you get better with time. So yeah, Astana has 4 seasons. Most of Kazakhstan does, but Astana tends to have the coldest winter and the longest winter as well. So I normally come here in August, and August is nice. It's sunny, sometimes too sunny. September temperatures start dropping, which is August is towards the end of summer. September temperatures start to drop, and they can drop to as low as below 20 degrees, and to me that's cold. I come from a country where temperatures are always above 18 degrees. So yeah, so gets below 20. September, October it gets a little bit lower. November starts to snow, so it's super lower too. And so it's, for me, it's from September, October, November, December. January is pretty much the climax of winter, so it's kind of the coldest. February, March, April, everything starts to get back to normal. Snow melts early April, if I remember so well. And then we have everything starting to come back to life. May, a little bit chilly, but some days can be really warm, as I remember this year. And then yeah, so pretty much for almost 7-8 months of my time here, it's usually cold. So if you want to be stuck in a cold place, come to Astana, but you won't be stuck because life moves on as normal. All the houses, all the buildings are heated. So if I'm moving from my house to the mall, I just need to worry about the distance between my house to the taxi. My house is heated, the mall is heated. If I'm moving from here to work, I need to worry about the distance from here to work. My work is like 10 minutes away. So I always walk because it's 10 minutes and I can manage that if I'm warm enough. So the buildings are heated, so that really life doesn't stop. And something else I really love about this place is the proximity of the buildings to the road. So if you're taking a taxi, the entrance to most buildings is so close to the road that you only get to walk for less than a minute to get to your building. So you can actually, well, not scantily, but you can dress a little bit warm and still manage to, like if you're going out at night, you don't have to wear layers and layers of clothes, because when you get in, then you're gonna sweat a lot. So you can just wear your nice boots, warm boots, nice tights, warm tights, not the super hot ones, and then get into a taxi. The taxi will drop you off right in front of the building you're going to. Then you get in, take off the jacket, and most places have a place to put your jacket, everything, and then you can walk in the mall freely. So yeah, you manage, like you get to live with it, you adapt, and it becomes part of you. It's not deadly. Now the only problem, especially for people who walk to work like me, is the wind. Because when it's windy, the temperatures could go to as low as 10 or 15 degrees lower than what the temperatures really are. For example, on a windy day, at 10 degrees Celsius on your phone could be 25 degrees Celsius outside, like actually out there. And then the wind is also can be super strong, so strong that sometimes it kind of carries you off the road. Like, I'm not kidding, you kind of feel it moving you off the road, like off the footpath, and now you you keep struggling to go back, it pushes you up. That's how strong the wind can be. So you can imagine that intensity of wind in minus 15 degrees, then that can be super cold because it's also coming with gust and everything and snow and it's blowing to your face. I think that's the only thing that I really dread about the weather. But a positive to that is there is a system in the country that sends you a message. As long as you have a local number, you don't have to register. As long as you have a local number that works, they're gonna send you messages every now and then to update you on the weather. They're gonna tell you, oh, today that there is no weather. I mean, there's no wind, so it's a safe day. Oh, today it's a little bit slippery, so when you go outside, be careful. It's sent in Russian and Kazakh, but you can always translate it. There's wind at this speed, so you'd make your judgment if you want to walk still or you'd rather take a taxi. They will tell you today it's raining. They will tell you it's due to the changes in weather, the changes in temperatures, it's gonna be a bit slippery outside. So like they really update you on this, so you're kind of prepared for it. So nothing comes by surprise. So if it's windy and you choose to be carried away, it's because you chose to, not because you were not warned. The systems will warn you that it's windy, and of course your phone or whatever you use for your weather forecast is gonna tell you like it's 10 degrees and windy, so it feels like minus 25, and you're gonna know what to wear for that day. Yeah, I know I've talked about cold so much because it's the one thing I think people don't really think it's serious until you get in and you're like, oh, it's actually cold. Yeah, it's actually cold. Another vice about the weather being so cold is sometimes the winter stuff can be super expensive. But with time, again, you realize, you discover places you can get these things for cheaper. It's like any other place, I mean, and you can now shop for cheaper. So other than the cold, the other seasons are pretty manageable. Autumn, beautiful, the leaves. They have beautiful parks that I love walking in autumn when I can, and in spring because it's you get to interact with nature, and it's beautiful. The parks are beautiful. The only sad thing is winter makes you sad because there's no plants. Things look dead. There's sun some days not sunny. Days are shorter. You wake up at 7, you go to work at 7, it's a little bit dark. I come home by 5, it's completely dark. When I'm leaving work, it's usually completely dark. So days are super short. I can get you feel a bit depressed, but if you know people here, they're gonna tell you how to survive because there's always ways to survive around here, and it's not as scary as it sounds. It's once you're here, once you do it, once you get a hang of it, then it becomes manageable. That's my washing machine. Yeah, anyway, I want to stop there for today. I just hope you learned something small about Astana. I'm gonna, of course, this comes with a lot of videos, and I hope to see you in my next video when I'm exploring something else about this place. Yeah, so other than that, have a lovely night. Have a lovely night. It was really good catching up with you on these things, on how the weather is here, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye and good.